Hey, great afternoon, everybody. Come on in the room. Come on in the room as you're coming in. Say hello. Happy Tuesday to each and every one of you. Listen, it is an amazing Tuesday. Welcome to Lunchtime Empowerment Talks with Dr. Vaughn. I am Dr. Shavonna Whitehead. Hey, daughter girl, how are you? Hey, Latanya. And it's always my privilege, my honor, and my opportunity to come and talk with you. And today is no different. I am coming to share some empowerment, some encouragement, some strength, but most of all, just to create a space where we can heal and be free. Hey, Erling, how are you? And listen, I don't know if you saw my post about the topic for today. Hey, Miss Vivian, how are you? But the topic was from hiding to healing. From hiding to healing. And when the Lord gave me this topic, it's going to get a little rough. It's going to get a little uncomfortable. But I am okay. I'm okay with doing the uncomfortable. I'm okay with leaning into the uncomfortable. And so when the Lord literally said, we're going to talk about from hiding to healing, because everybody wants to get excited about the healing, but everybody don't want to get excited that you got to come out of hiding. Hi, Kalisha, how are you? Hi, A, how are you? Everybody wants to get excited about healing, but they don't want to embrace coming out of hiding. And so when we're talking about this, we have to understand that healing is not just about exposing what someone did to us. Hear me clearly. Healing is not just about exposing what someone did to us. It's about acknowledging, listen to this, how we responded, how we hurt others, and how we mishandled moments and left scars behind. Oh, let me say it again, because this is the part we don't want to do. Healing is not just about exposing what others have done to us, but it also is acknowledging how we responded, how we hurt others, how we mishandled moments, and the scars we left behind. Listen, the danger to a one-sided story is that it keeps celebrating you and your dysfunction and excuses you from accountability. Oh, I can't hear nobody. When we do a one-sided story, we celebrate your dysfunction, and then we excuse ourselves from accountability. What are you saying, Dr. Vaughn? Because what I have to understand is that yes, the friendship fell apart. And yes, they did something to betray me. Yes. But then I also have to own the fact that once they betrayed me, how did I respond? Did I now inflict scars because I was scarred? Did I now afflict wounds because I was wounded? Did I now go after you so that you could feel what I feel? Let's talk truth. We're talking about healing all the way. And some of us, we're gotten to a place now, we have actually become camaraderie. We've gotten into connections, relationships, friendships, business partnerships, jobs, and community things. We've gotten linked up with people because they felt sorry for us because they only got a one-sided story. They only got the story that you were mishandled. They only got the story that nobody calls you. They only got the story that nobody sees about you. They only got the story that nobody invites you. They only got the story that nobody applauds you. They only got the story that nobody celebrates you. They only got the story that you were mishandled. They only got the story that you were betrayed. But did you ever sit down and tell them the blood trail that you left? Did you ever tell them the pain that you inflicted? Did you ever tell them how you seduced people into your space only to leave them having to go see doctors for medication? Did you actually tell them about the parts that you played in it? Or are you just saying, oh, this is my season. This is what was done to me. So this is what I'm going to do. I don't care what I did to anybody else. I don't care how they feel. Here's the problem with that. We have to understand, hey, big brother, how are you? We have to understand that we just can't only expose what people have done to us. We got to own our part. I told you this was going to get real uncomfortable. And listen, I am not talking about those that were violated. You couldn't escape the violation. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about those that were violated. I'm not talking about those that were molested. I'm not talking about those that were abused. You don't have any control of that. But I'm talking about I'm talking about when friendships have failed and marriages have failed and business partnerships have failed and when we've missed open doors and when when we stepped away from things, when we've been demoted, when we've had to be set down, when we've had to be excluded, when we weren't chosen. Sometimes we have to realize it wasn't the fact that nobody was jealous. It wasn't the fact that nobody didn't like us. It wasn't the fact that it was the fact that there were some things that we did and some seeds that we sown. The devil ain't against us right now. Some of us are reaping what we sowed. Okay, I told you it's going to be real tight. Some of us right now, the devil is not up against us. We're really reaping what we sowed. My God, today. And so when we're talking about healing, we can't heal from a one-sided perspective. We have to heal holistically. We have to heal totally, which means I have to go, even if I just repent before God, I have to own the part that I played. Some of us have gotten so used to playing the victim because it works. We've gotten so used to playing the victim because that's the only way somebody in our corner is if we play the victim. Because everybody else can see you for who you are. Everybody else can see your motives. Everybody else can see your intentions. Everybody else can see what you do. And so therefore, the only way you can bring anybody into your space is to play the victim. We have to stop playing the victim and own our part. Everybody didn't do me wrong. Some people, I did them wrong. That's why they walked away. Okay, y'all know I don't have any problem with being transparent. Everybody didn't walk away from Shavonda because they did Shavonda wrong. Some people walked away from Shavonda because Shavonda mishandled them. Some people walked away from Shavonda because Shavonda was so broken she didn't know how to receive them. Some people walked away from Shavonda because she was so wounded and guarded that she wouldn't let them in. Some people some people could, some doors I missed because I was out of place. Some doors I missed because I mishandled the opportunity. Some doors I missed because I didn't do it right. Everything wasn't everybody else. And the problem is that we have now in Christendom and in society is nobody wants to own their part. Everybody wants to be the victim. Because if I be the victim, everybody can excuse everything that I've done. If I want to be the victim, nobody's going to see that I got dirt underneath my carpet. If I want to be the victim, nobody's going to see all the skeletons that's in my closet. If I play the victim, they're only going to be, they're going to root for the underdog. Because here's the thing, we get linked up with people that we know who have a like story. And because we tell them we're a victim and they have been victims before, we know they're going to feel sorry for us. So we link up to them, tell them a one-sided story so that we can have a consensus. But we have to get out of this and we now have to heal and heal well. We can't keep serving broken. We can't keep serving wounded. We can't keep serving, distorted. We have to be healed. This one-sided story that we're doing, yes, Ebony, trauma bonding. Trauma bonding at its best. Trauma bonding at its best. And some of us, we are so consumed with our fleshly desires and what we want that we can't even see that we've created a trauma bond. We've called it everything but a trauma bond. And the truth of the matter is we have to heal. God set me down and said, but Shavonda, because he don't talk to me, he say, Dr. Vaughn. He said, Shavonda, we have to heal well. What does that require? Here's the first thing. The first thing is healing requires honesty. Here, somebody put that in the comment section. Healing requires honesty. Come on, put it in the comment section. I know it's tight and I know it's uncomfortable, but we're going to all walk around healed. We're going to be free, all of us. Healing requires honesty. Here it is. You cannot heal from what you continue to hide or justify. I can't hear nobody. You cannot heal from what you continue to hide or justify. Emotional maturity says, yes, I was hurt, but I also hurt others. Healing starts with the whole truth. I'll say it again. You cannot heal from what you continue to hide or justify. Emotional maturity says, yes, I was hurt, but I also hurt others. Healing starts with the whole truth. My God. So what does that mean? Sometimes I have to own that I was wrong. And I have to own that I hurt you too. But you know what? But some of us are so comfortable being the victim, we don't want to admit that we hurt nobody else. But the truth is, most hurt people more than others. Oh, I can't hear nobody. Healing starts with the whole truth. Here's the second thing. Victimhood can become a vow. Oh, God. Oh, God. Victimhood can become a vow. Listen to this. When you only tell the part of your story that makes others wrong and you right, you lock yourself into a prison of pity. You wear pain as a badge of access inside of allowing it to be a testimony of transformation. I'll say it again. When you tell only the part of your story that makes others wrong and you right, you lock yourself into a prison of pity. Some of us wear our pain as a badge instead of allowing it to become a testimony of transformation. One of my mentees is on here, Deanna. She taught about the whole testimony of transformation when we were at Roar. The way she actually exhibited her testimony of transformation. Here's the thing, because she told the whole story. She told the whole story. It wasn't that everything was crystal clear on her end. No, she told the whole story. So what did she do? She now had to own her part, and now she's no longer in a prison of pity. She now has a testimony of transformation. The reason why some of y'all keep going around a cycle is because you've made victimhood your vow. I'm gonna forever be a victim. Everybody's done me wrong. That's going to be my whole testimony. They mishandled me. They didn't mother me. They didn't father me. They overlooked me at the job. They didn't consecrate me in ministry. They didn't give me this. They didn't support me in this. They didn't love me in this. They didn't do this and they didn't do that. But here's where my question comes in is, when did you sit down and find out what did you do? Or what didn't you do? Because here's the thing. When you omit what you're supposed to be doing, is just like doing something you ain't had no business doing. I'll say it again. When you omit what you're supposed to be doing, it's just like doing something you had no business doing. Why are you saying that, Dr. Vaughn? Because some of us, God has given us specific instructions, but our emotions got us so entangled, we won't do what God said, we do what we feel. Oh, come on here. And so we've made victimhood a vow. Some of us been victims so long that we don't know how to speak. I'm tired of hearing, and I'm so, this is no pun intended. There is no reason that for 5 years I'm still listening to you talk about what they did to you. But you don't want to own the responsibility that for the last 5 years you've been giving people hell because of what they did to you. You don't want to own the fact that, yes, I might have did something in the friendship that caused it to break, but you also did something as well. You didn't do this, or you did that. Or matter of fact, when it is I walked away, you were very nasty. When I walked away, you tried to defame my name. When I walked away, you tried to kill my character. So you don't want to tell people that okay, hallelujah to God, that you showed your entire tail because I wasn't where you wanted me to be. See, you don't want to own that. You just want to tell people where you were hurt. You only want to tell people where you were wounded. But what we have to do, we got to get out of this victimhood. We have to get out of this victimhood. How do you expect to be healed if all you want to do is talk about being a victim? How do you expect to be whole? We talk about, Deanna, we out here now. We always talk about we want to be free. We want to be healed. We want to be whole. But you don't really want to be free, healed, or whole. Because you're more comfortable being a victim because that's how you get everybody to see you. That's how you get everybody to have sympathy for you. That's how you get everybody to give you money. That's how you get everybody to give you attention. That's how you get everybody to give you stuff. That's how you get everybody to give you a chance, because you use the victim card. Okay. Here's the thing. Here's the third thing. I gotta move on, because I want y'all to come back next week. Accountability is an act of liberation. Somebody put that in the comment section. Accountability is an act of liberation. Put that in the comment section. Accountability is an act of liberation. I'm trying to help y'all to go from hiding to healing. We ain't hiding no more. We about to be healed and all the way out here. So I'm trying to tell you some steps I had to go through. I had to go through these steps before I share them to you. Accountability is an act of liberation. Okay, what do you mean, Dr. Vaughn? Taking ownership doesn't make you weak. It actually makes you free. Taking ownership doesn't make you weak. It actually makes you free. Accountability opens the door to authentic healing, restored relationships, and internal peace. I'll say it again. Accountability opens the door to authentic healing, restored relationships, and internal peace. I'll say it again. Accountability opens the door to authentic healing, restored relationships, and internal peace. Healing doesn't always mean reconciliation with people, but it always requires reconciliation with yourself. Oh, let me set that one. Let me set that one there. Oh God, healing doesn't always mean reconciliation with people, but it always means reconciliation with yourself. Oh, let me say it again. Healing does not always mean reconciliation with people, but it always means reconciliation with yourself. I got to heal because I refuse to walk around living a broken life as a victim when God called me to be victorious. Come on here. Come on here. He did not call me to stay where they left me. He did not call me to stay where they broke me. He did not call me to stay where I was wounded. At some point in time, I have to make a conscious decision that I'm going to reconcile with myself. I'm going to take what I need to do to heal myself because I'm not living in this victim mode anymore. We're making everybody else responsible for our healing. But my question to you is, what are you doing so that you can heal? What are you doing so that you can be whole? What are you doing so that you can break free? Come on here. I know today's conversation, and we might have to have a part two. I know today's conversation is a little uncomfortable. I know today's conversation ain't what you expected to get on here and hear today. But I'm telling you, too many of us are walking around broken. Too many of us are walking around struggling. Too many of us are walking around, woe is me. Too many of us are walking around, they did this to me. They did that to me. They did this to me. Nobody loves me. Nobody cares for me. Nobody calls me. Nobody comes to see about me. Nobody wants me. Nobody do this. All I got is you. We're making the few people that's around us, we're holding them hostage. We're telling them, oh, don't nobody want me but y'all. Don't nobody love me but y'all. Don't nobody support me but y'all. Don't nobody appreciate me but y'all. And here's the thing. We are putting an unnecessary weight on people that don't have the responsibility for us to heal. The responsibility for us to heal is on us. Oh, come on here. Come on, somebody put in the comment section, the responsibility for me to heal is on me. Come on, put it in the comment section. The responsibility for me to heal is on me. The responsibility for me to heal is on me. And when we keep putting that weight on the people around us, you know how we say, oh yeah, my circle is small. Yeah, my circle is small. Don't get me wrong. But when we say my circle is small, but then we keep saying to that circle, we put unnecessary weight on them because we're like, don't nobody love me but y'all. Don't nobody support me but y'all. All I got is y'all. I don't have nobody but y'all. Nobody wants me but y'all. Ain't nobody want me to do good but y'all. This all here when you put the unnecessary weight on your circle, eventually your circle gonna tap out. Yeah, because your responsibility to heal is on you. And the truth of the matter is, you've isolated yourself by how you've done people. But you don't want to own that. You don't want to own that you've done people wrong. Everybody didn't do you wrong. All your family didn't do you wrong. All your friends didn't do you wrong. All of y'all co-workers didn't do you wrong. Come on here. Everybody didn't do you wrong. You gotta own there's some things that you did. You did. And just because you did it 2-3 years ago, Deanna, listen, it's heavy, boo. Listen, we out here. It doesn't even matter. See, some of y'all think because you did it to somebody 5 years ago that they should be over it. You wounded some people 5 years ago and they still trying to recover. But have you ever worried about how you wounded them, or you just a victim? You're not worried about how you seduced them into a connection and all this other stuff and got their heart all wrapped up into you, and then you dropped them because you realized that what you should have been doing, and then next thing you know, their mind all twisted up. Did you ever worry about how they suffered? Did you ever worry about how they had to overcome? No. Come on here. No. Because you're so busy being the victim that everybody in the world has done you wrong that you won't take accountability. Here's the last thing, because I know I done troubled y'all too long. Stop performing pain and start pursuing wholeness. Here it is. Stop performing pain and start pursuing wholeness. Hear me. Stop performing pain and start pursuing wholeness. Tell the same story to get the people in your corner. Telling the same story to get the people in your corner is not healing. It's not healing. That's performing. Telling everything that everybody did to you is not healing. That's performing. Making sure that everybody knows how everybody did you wrong and everybody dropped you is not healing. It's performing. True healing means you are no longer defined by what happened. You are refined by what you learned through what happened. I'm gonna say it again. True healing means you are no longer defined by what happened. You are refined through what happened. I'll say it again. True healing means you are no longer defined by what happened. You are refined through what happened. Somebody just type in the comment section, it refined me. It refined me. I'm not a victim, and I'm not talking in no victim stance anymore. What I went through, yes, it hurt. What I went through, yes, it was unfair. What I went through, yes, it was agony. What I went through, yes. But guess what? I am refined. I am not the victim. So I'm not going to use victim language no more. I'm not going to use victim. I'm not going to sit in a place of victimology anymore. What I went through, it refined me. And so here it is. We can't talk about a God that's able to heal. Come on here. A God that's able to deliver. A God that's able to set free. A God that's able to break me free and heal me and break chains and break bondages. But you still walking around as a victim. Come on here. It refined me. It refined me. It refined me. Hey, Bishop, my mentor is on here. Hey, Bishop, how are you? It refined me. We got to stop walking around blaming everybody else because we're not where we should be. Here's the dynamic. If we serve the God that's able to do exceedingly and abundantly, I'm trying to figure out why we're living beneath. If we serve the God that's able to do exceedingly and abundantly, how are we're still stuck in what they did to us 5 years ago. Come on here. Yes, they overlooked me 5 years ago. Yes, as a woman preacher, they didn't give me my daddy's church. Yes, they overlooked me for doors and stuff that I knew I was more than qualified for. But if I stay stuck, hey B, how are you? If I stay stuck in what they did, I give them power over who I am. Glory to God. I can't hear nobody. If I stay stuck in what they did, I give them power over who I am. How dare I give the power that belongs to God to somebody who didn't know how to appreciate the value of God in me? Oh, come on here. Come on here. How dare I give power to somebody because they didn't value the power of the God that's in me? Shake yourself. You can't keep living in the victim mentality. Come on here. Hallelujah to Jesus. Our God is able to do exceedingly and abundantly. So I should not be living beneath because of what they did. Okay. Here's the thing. Okay, I gotta get out of here. Gotta hear. We have to operate in wisdom, boldness, and accountability. We have to stand in wisdom, boldness, and accountability. We have to stand in wisdom, boldness, and accountability. No more hiding behind the pain. No more blaming without reflecting. No more falling short and wanting everybody to give you grace, but you don't want to extend it. So now, I have to choose wholeness over hiding. Put that in the comment section. I have to choose wholeness over hiding. I have to choose wholeness over hiding. Put it in the comment section. I have to choose wholeness over hiding. Put in the comment section. I have to choose wholeness over hiding. Yes, Lord. Hallelujah to Jesus. I have to choose wholeness over hiding. God will not allow me to walk through the door when I won't own the fact that I'm the one that the other door, I'm the reason why the other door closed. He won't allow me to embrace the fullness of what he promised me when I'm still with a language of victimology. I'm still walking around in my victimhood. I am choosing wholeness over hiding. I am choosing wholeness over hiding. Yeah, we might have to do a part 2 to this because the Lord has got my spirit going. Because here's the thing. We as the people of God can't keep operating not healed, operating polluted, operating toxic, operating, with with a false sensehood, operating in things of our flesh and not in the will of God. Yeah. And so this is what I want to talk to you today. From hiding to healing. I think we're going to do part 2 next week. We are, matter of fact. We're going to do part 2 because the Lord, he's dropping some other stuff for me. And I've held you too long. We're going to do part 2 next week. We have to make a conscious decision. This has to be a conscious decision. That's right, Lily. I surrender. That we have to now choose wholeness over hiding. We have to own what we did. Why did people step away from you? Was it because some of your choices was against, it totally gave them a sucker punch? Why did some people walk away from you? Was it because some of the things the Lord revealed to them in the spirit about what you were saying about them behind their back? Because everything is not vocal. Some things the Lord has revealed to people, and that's why they've stepped away. There's a lot of reasons why I sit quiet, not because of some of the things that people have outwardly said, but I sit back sometimes because the Lord himself has revealed conversations, even by people that say they love me, even by people that say they support me, even by people that say they cover me, even by people that say they're pushing me. God has revealed some conversations, and I've had to sit because he told me to be quiet, but he also told me I could step away. I can't respond, but I can step away. I can't say anything, but I can't step away. Why can't I say anything? Because some things God won't allow you to respond to because you'll respond wrong. And so there's some things that the Lord, some conversations that the Lord has revealed to me about how people really feel about me and what people have said about me and how they're trying to separate people from me, that the Lord has literally set me back and said, don't respond, but you got to use wisdom and step away. So I challenge you today. Choose wholeness over hiding. We'll be back here next week, Tuesday at 1 p.m. for part 2. I love y'all. Let's start our healing journey and let's heal well.